Drinkin Bros, presented by GhostBed.com.
Yeah, welcome to Drinkin Bros, kids. It's a fine Monday afternoon here in Austin, Tejas. Weather's great. Got a fun guest here today, Tony. Welcome to the show. How are you, buddy?
Pretty good. How are you guys doing?
Is it Casillas or Castillas?
It's Casillas.
Okay.
Yeah, the L's are silent.
Yeah, you don't look Mexican.
Yeah, it's alopecia.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Ah, you don't say. Alopecia's started a war last night.
It started a big war
It's
last
running
night.
rampant through the non-white communities.
Alopecia is, yeah.
Like, I mean, I feel like
Are you white or
you're stealing white valor
I feel like
right
you're
now.
stealing Mexican valor by your last name.
But also white valor by looking at
I have Hispanic people in my family, but we're just the white side.
Okay, when you say people...
People, like humans,
Okay.
human beings.
So
yeah.
would you consider yourself Latinx or Latinx?
I like to go Latin Z. It's the new one.
Sure.
Yeah,
Sure.
Latin X just seems so offensive.
That's too militant.
yeah,
it's the
and
only-
it's appropriating Malcolm X.
Yeah, the only way to stay ahead of the curve is just to keep adding letters.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you're a fucking... And by the way, the LGBTQIA, the A stands for alopecia now.
Does it really?
Yeah.
Yep.
A lot
Okay,
of people don't
cool.
know
I
that.
didn't know that.
It's a fact.
I didn't know that. Innocent show last night. Wasn't planning on really watching it that much. Oscars were on.
I doubt many people watch the actual show.
So do I. And I think this one clip, I've seen some preliminary early numbers that it'll be up 4 million over last year as far as viewership. But I don't know what to attribute that to, whether it was COVID and there was no movies out last year, or the movies this year nobody'd really seen either, or did they just tune in after the Will Smith thing, or I'm not really sure.
I think it's just people can go out to bars now, and at bars they play the Oscars. So I
Yeah,
think
you get the walk-bys.
Yeah, I think you're just getting those random.
They're called walk-bys.
walk-by numbers.
Yeah, it's fucking bullshit.
So I think you're getting those numbers, but like we didn't watch the Oscars last night. We literally tuned in right after the Chris Rock thing. We're like, hey, let's just tune in and make fun of it a little bit. And
Right.
then, we just tuned in, and then Chris Rock comes on stage, and we're like, oh, this might be good, and it was good. Yeah,
It was good.
I got everything I needed out of it just by having a Twitter account.
Yeah, and that's the odd part about all of this shit. Same with SNL. I was listening. Bob, pull up that clip, the uncensored one. We'll play it on here. It's on Twitter. Somebody's got the live feed from either Japan or...
Yeah, it was Japan.
Japan, yeah. Pull that up on Twitter. We'll show it here in a second. But I was watching Tim Dillon on Andrew Schultz, Flagrant 2. Love those guys. Akash has been on the show. Big fan of those guys. They were asking Tim Dillon about SNL, and he goes, it's pretty much just a clip show. If you see the clips on other places, that's where you're seeing it. And I feel it's the same way with the Oscars, where you'll see a viral moment like this, and then no one will know who even won probably Best Picture last night.
Yeah, and my thing is like, make the Oscars fun.
Yeah, Golden Globes.
Dude, we just had a 2-year pandemic. Like, make it. You have some of the best actors. You have the best of the best actors. Put them in sketches. Make fun of yourself. Don't go there looking all high and mighty. We're better than you. We made this amazing film. Like, hey, have a
Do
night.
what Jim Carrey did and show up looking like fucking Billy Gibson or whatever, and talking about pussy and Foghat.
Or the South
You know what I
Park
mean?
guys going on acid and in dresses when
Yeah.
they got nominated for Best Song. Like, just have fun, but it's so serious. It's all, we're so brave. Amy Schumer doing a comedy bit, and then she goes, Ukraine is getting attacked, and women's rights are getting attacked, and also trans rights. And it's just like, can we just do a bit? Can we just, for one night, forget about all the shit in the world?
The moment, in the moment you're talking about, she threw it in at the end of a joke after the Will Smith thing, and it was like, it did not fit.
No.
And it was like, why are you jamming that in there right now?
Because Hollywood is escapism. That's how I got into movies and like watching the Oscars as a kid. Because you're like, life sucks. For this night, we're gonna watch the best of the best. Just have fun and be like, maybe one day I could be on that stage. And now it's just like they're just bringing up all the shit in the world. It's like I could just watch fucking Don Lemon.
Yeah.
I don't want to watch Don Lemon.
Nobody wants to watch.
Yeah.
And by the way, nobody
Same
does.
ratings. Yeah, same ratings. Oscars and Don Lemon are the same ratings. Michael Gammon in the chat says, so Will Smith hit the only black man in Hollywood he knew wouldn't hit him back. That's true, and we'll get to that in a second. In the meantime...
Not enough people are talking about how he was laughing throughout the entirety of the joke, and for at least the 3 seconds after the joke that the camera was still on him.
Oh, yeah.
Then you see Jada's face, and then everything changes.
Yes.
So there's something she's confronted him in the past about letting people talk shit.
We think, me and my buddies think that she hits him.
Oh yeah.
That literally,
It's an
he
Amber
thought it was a
Heard.
dumb joke.
Yeah.
And he laughed. He goes, oh, that's fun. And then she looked at him and she goes,
Do something.
you want to get hit by the bat again, boy?
Yeah, well, the interesting part was after it happened, the other name that was trending on Twitter, right underneath Will Smith's name last night, was Tupac.
Oh.
Because she used to date Tupac back in the day.
Uh-huh.
And it's this never-ending comparison that Will Smith will never be Tupac. And it's like, when you date Thug Life, and that's your the love of your life, which she's said before, it's hard to really overcome that, where it's like, that look to me that she gave him was like, you know what Tupac would have done?
Yeah.
Slit his fucking throat live on stage here today. You go do something.
Once again, a woman ruined comedy. For the infinitieth time. Can we just get Bill Burr as president and forget about all this shit?
Put Bill Burr, let him host the Oscars, let Gervais host the Oscars. Somebody who doesn't give a fuck about being canceled, let them host the Oscars, and you'd have gangbuster ratings on something like that.
I don't think comedians will ever touch the Oscars again after last night.
I don't either.
Because literally, there was no security. Will Smith got to get his award. He got to run the speech by like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And he got to say bullshit like, oh, I'm all about love and friendliness. And it's like, no, you just hit a man on live stage, dude. And like, it's just like, bro, like, you're not that big of a deal, Will. I know every Scientology tells you you're this big deal. It's a fucking joke.
Yeah.
Take it like a man. And if you have an issue with it, talk to him backstage.
Yeah.
You guys are boys. You guys know each other.
Not only that, but a G.I. Jane joke, like I was trying to think of when that movie came out. I believe it was like the mid-90s.
Yeah.
So you're telling a joke that's, 30 years old.
Well, that's the last time Chris Rock had any relevant material, too. Let's be real.
Yeah, well, he's about to go on tour with Kevin Hart now. And you're right, because like I was trying to think, when's the last time I saw Chris Rock?
His last Netflix special was pretty good.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, when was it though? Like 5 years ago?
No, 4. Maybe.
4 or 5, yeah.
Yeah. So it's been a while
Yeah.
since he's been out there. I don't know what this is going to do to him now. Bob, play that clip for anybody who hasn't seen it. Because if you were watching the American telecast like us, it was censored, and then we all went to Twitter, like Dan said, to try to find it. Play it on screen if you can here.
どうなんでしょうか
Oh, wow. Wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
ウィル・スミスにやられました
Thi- Wow, dude. It was a G.I. Jane joke.
G.I. ジェーンのジョークだったんです
I'm going to, okay?
Wow.
I love that one white actress behind him. She's just smiling.
Yeah.
Because it's all the Botox.
Yeah,
she
she
can only
has no
show that
option.
emotion.
She can only show that emotion. I think most people, too, thought it was a joke or a bit that was pre-planned or staged, and it took a couple minutes to kick in. Finally, I think, Bob, you had texted me last night, and you were like, hey, dude, was that real? But immediately my phone started blowing up, and then was like, I think this is real. Because there was a good 2 minutes where I still thought it was a bit.
Here's how you would have known if it was a bit. He would have gone right into some kind of series of jokes about it afterwards that he was reading off the teleprompter, but instead he fumbled around like an idiot.
Correct.
He literally goes like, today we're documentaries.
documentary,
best documentary.
Yeah.
And Chris Rock he wouldn't have let him be the punchline.
Right.
Chris Rock is a good comedian. If this was a bit, he would have boom, boom, boom. They'd have laughed it out. Maybe he would have gone in, slapped Will Smith. It would have been a whole.
Yeah, it would have been something
Yeah,
other
yeah,
than,
yeah.
and he would have been getting comforted by that's your life, Will Smith. That's how you have a right to be upset about a joke when you get upset and then Denzel Washington shows up to comfort you. No, you're all done, bro.
Yeah.
Getting upset. Shut the fuck up. By the way, Annalyn McCord said if she had been Will Smith's father or mother, that he would have felt loved.
I can't wait till that poem comes out today.
Oh, it's coming in black and fucking white.
Yeah, so I started kicking for me when he seemed flustered afterwards, and I was like, all right, shit, maybe this is real. And then Questlove ended up winning for Best Documentary, and then he came up on stage, and it ruined his moment because he was flustered too. Of like, what the fuck just happened here?
Yeah.
And then how do I follow this up with one of the greatest moments of my life by winning an Oscar in front of, all these people? What do I say? And he kind of fumbled with his speech too. That's when I was like, oh, this is definitely fucking real. Now, my thing was, and we talked about this last week on Ross Patterson Revolution, I knew he was going to win Best Actor.
Yeah.
That award is at the end of the night. He had swept every fucking award show going into it. If you're Will Smith in that moment, how do you not know, hey, dude, in about 5 minutes, I'm going to be a fucking Best Actor Oscar winner.
For a second time.
Why would I go up on stage? I don't know. Did he win?
For Ali.
I think he was nominated, but I don't know that he won. I don't believe that he
Okay.
won.
No, he didn't.
Okay.
This was his first.
This was his first time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
So
yeah, that's weird.
strange. What was the Denzel Washington thing? He was hugging him or something?
Just during the break, Tyler Perry, Denzel Washington, and all the other black people that exist in Hollywood, I guess. Those are the only two I know. But
Those are the most powerful.
Yeah. Well,
and
Tyler
Oprah.
Perry is the most. She's not really Hollywood, though. But yeah, Tyler.
Yeah.
They were comforting him or something. I don't know. I mean, I feel like Denzel Washington would have been giving him a stern, fatherly talking to.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know why I have no evidence of that, but it just seems like that would be the case.
No, he is. Look, the one interaction I had with him, I get to ask him anything in the world for like 3 hours, and it was just the two of us, right?
You and Denzel?
Yes, me and Denzel
That's
Washington.
dope.
It's a crazy story, and I think I told it with, who are the brothers? God damn it, I'm the worst with names.
Farrelly
of all time.
brothers?
No, they were on the show. Sklar brothers.
Sklar brothers. Yeah.
I told this story, but a part of the story I didn't tell was I had asked him, I was like, are you aware of who you are and what you mean to like the black community and everything else? And he goes, yes, I am. And he goes, that's the hardest part. He goes, I know every move is going to be scrutinized.
Yeah.
And he goes, when you know you're the dude or the guy for your community, like Will Smith is, to be honest with you now. He
I
goes,
don't know.
Biggest black movie star maybe of all time.
Sort of. I mean, The Rock's kind of taken him over in that, I think. But it's Denzel is the black dad.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's how I think of him. Even
Also-
though he's done a lot of action movies and shit like that, all the serious work he's done, it's been like that. And then you match it up with his actual personal life, which instead of like Will Smith with the Scientology and like weird shit with kids and shit like that, it's all like giving money to veterans and
Yeah.
building VA hospitals out of his own pocket.
Also,
shit,
I
you know
think
what mean?
Denzel is a great actor who just became a superstar, like a Hollywood superstar, where I feel like Will Smith, it was like calculated.
He was a superstar
We're going to
before, yeah.
become superstar. And then, I'll
That's the same way I feel about The Rock.
But who do you think? Who's the white dad now? Right.
For
Like every generation's got a dude. Like Cronkite was our news guy back in the day. Whatever. There's always like an icon figure who's the dad of that generation. For a lot of people, it was fucking Carol, whatever the fuck, right? From All in the Family, right? Back in the 70s. Because he represented the old head dad that was a fucking knucklehead and believed a bunch of stupid bullshit. And then it was, I guess, Homer Simpson.
Yeah, I don't know that we have one now. But back to your point about the difference between Denzel and Will Smith, that's the difference right there, is Denzel Washington would have never done that shit on stage because he's self-aware of who he is, what that would have looked like. And if there was a fucking problem, you could have done it after the telecast.
Yeah, well, to his
It's a
point,
joke, dude.
Will seems super, like his whole personality seems super manufactured.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you're saying.
It's a joke. I remember Denzel was on Letterman with, who's the great roast comic, older gentleman. He was in Casino.
Don Rickles.
Don
Oh,
Rickles.
Don Rickles, yeah.
And literally Don comes out and sits next to Denzel and he goes, what are you doing here? We don't clean up until after the show. And Denzel loved it because he can take a joke.
Yes.
It's a joke. It's comedy. It's like, bro, don't take yourself so serious, man.
And we always say on this show that comedy is pretty much dead in Hollywood. I mean, they don't really make any comedic movies anymore. They haven't for 5 or 6 years. There's the occasional TV show like Righteous Gemstones or something like that, but it's dead. And then if you look at it last night, if you're a comedian now and you tell a basic G.I. Jane joke and you've got to worry that somebody's going to pop up out of the crowd and fucking slap you.
And then they do nothing.
Nothing.
They do nothing.
The whole point of the joke is that the whole point of any joke, and it's why dark humor is so good, is that I'm not serious. If I was serious, I would be being a dick to you. But we're trying to fucking take the power away from something that's maybe traumatic. That's what comedy does for people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's why I love 9/11 jokes.
Yep.
Like, it sucked. I don't give a fuck. If anybody's got a problem with anything I say, they can come try to slap me. And unlike Chris Rock, I will not stand there and take it. I'll beat you to death in front of your bald-ass wife. But anyways, fuck all that shit.
Also, she looks great bald.
Yeah.
She's still attractive.
Oh, yeah.
Hotter.
Jada
hotter-
Pinkett-Smith, it's
hotter
just like,
bald.
I was like, I looked at her, I was like, it's not like she looks sick.
She's never not been hot, and she's never aged either.
Yeah.
Like her and Halle Berry have always
Well,
looked
in the
fucking amazing.
latest Matrix movie, they aged her up.
Oh, did they?
With makeup, though.
Okay,
Yeah.
got
But
it,
not
got
in
it.
real life. No, she still looks great.
Yeah, she
And
looks
Chris
great.
Rock still looks great, too, by the way.
Oh, fuck
He
yeah.
looks the
He's got
same.
it, and he's like 50-something.
Yeah.
They bathe in homeless blood, so that's,
Yeah, you have to.
Well, there's plenty of it in L.A. now.
tons.
Yeah.
Tons.
Like-
I was just there yesterday.
They just extended Skid. Whoever owns Skid Row has bought more property. That's all that happened.
Yeah.
And now it's fucking everywhere.
Because the property's worth a lot.
Well, not anymore.
It's a smart investment.
Not anymore.
I like to imagine everybody on Skid Row is like a secret billionaire, and they're
Yeah.
like, we're just expanding.
It's a big hedge
Yeah.
fund.
Yeah, we just love the outdoors.
What was my idea for homeless stuff? Homeless cookbook?
That'd be nice, yeah.
Yeah, it's a
nice little
cookbook for homeless
cookbook.
people.
Yeah.
Like how to turn a shoe into a nice soup.
Yeah. I think that would be lovely. And then you hand it out. You distribute it, to the people. Or you could, do a Kindle thing because it seems like every one of them's got an iPad or an iPhone these days. That's the craziest part to me. Have you been around like the homeless in Austin or
Yeah.
LA? They've all got phones.
Yeah.
For some reason. I'm
During
like, where the
South
fuck
by
are you getting this?
Southwest, I was working for a tech company, and they were saying that they paid homeless people to be Wi-Fi distributors. They gave them backpacks
Mm-hmm.
and $100, and they're like, "Yeah, walk around so people could have Wi-Fi all over Austin."
No shit.
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
Homeless people are now just routers.
Yeah.
They're routers. That's all. They're routers.
At least we're getting some fucking use out of these people. You know what I mean? They're giving back.
Yeah.
Look, that's a creative solution to a problem.
It is.
I don't have a problem with that.
Give money to a router.
Hobo advertising.
Yeah, we've done hobo advertising for
we
the
have.
seltzer.
Yeah.
That's real.
Now, anytime I watch porn in public and masturbate, I fucking give a high five to a homeless guy. I'm like, thanks for
Well,
that.
wash
fucking-
your
have to.
wash your
Yeah.
hands
Yeah.
probably before and after that.
No, they like it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, at least you wash after. probably.
Yeah, I have to.
My Wi-Fi was great in LA, though. I will say that. But
It's pretty good.
The city's still.
Did you also notice that Rock seemed to be teeing up a joke, and then he thought better of it? Like he said, "I could," and then ... and then he stopped. Like, oh boy.
Yeah.
Like I thought maybe he was going to say something like, Will Smith says, "Keep my wife's name out of your fucking mouth," and he says, "Hey, keep other dudes out of your wife's mouth."
That's where I thought he was going with that. By
That's
the way.
what I really is when I saw it on Twitter the first time.
100%.
I saw the short clip, then I saw the one from Aussie Television that was the whole thing, including the commercial break, and I thought he was about to like
You
where would
could've-
that have gone at that point?
Oh, that is 100% what I thought too. And I was like, because that joke is so easy and it's
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
But they were sitting 5 feet in front of him.
And there was clearly no security. Although,
None.
I mean, even if there was security, would they have? Will like fucking really casually walked up there. I don't think they would have stopped him. They may have
No.
ushered him
Because
back
there
to
used to
his
be
seat.
Tony Hinchcliffe did this great thing. He did the roast of Snoop Dogg,
Yeah.
and he went hard on Terry Crews. And at one point, Terry Crews just comes up to like Tony, like beefs up. But that was comedic, where Terry
sure.
Crews is like, say another joke, and Tony kept on just rattling off jokes. And then Terry Crews laughs and goes back to the seat.
Yeah.
So maybe Chris Rock thought, oh, this is what's gonna happen. Will Smith's gonna come up,
Yeah.
like give me a little love
like
tap.
a little shadow box.
Yeah,
or
like a little
something,
love tap, and then walk back out.
Yeah.
Because nobody gets slapped at the fucking Oscars.
Exactly.
But I will say this, the whole show is boring as shit. And
yeah.
if it weren't for that, I don't know that anybody would have been talking about the Oscars at all.
Do you think it's weird that two of the whitest black men in Hollywood managed to turn the Oscars into the Source Awards?
It's what it felt like last
You
night.
think Chris Rock is one of the whitest black guys in Hollywood?
Yeah.
Have you seen any of his movies recently?
All of his best friends are white.
It's all Happy
Yeah,
Madison.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
For 10 years.
His best friends are David Spade,
He's just getting the bag.
Rob Schneider.
Yeah.
I'm not
and Adam
complaining
Sandler.
about it.
No,
I'm just
they're
saying
all- but
he's
they're all
not
best friends.
I'm just saying he's not living some fucking hood life anymore.
No,
He's-
No.
but Will Smith, you're right, is like Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's never. I mean, that whole West Philadelphia thing. Nobody ever believed that.
Born and raised.
Born and raised. Well, Delco, we got a guy from Philadelphia here. Where is that true? Is any of that true? Have you heard about Will Smith back there?
Yeah, don't worry about it. Will Smith's a gangster, okay?
Shut
He's
the
just
fuck
like
up.
Marvin Harrison. All right?
Didn't Marvin Harrison kill somebody
He
at a
did,
car
yeah,
wash?
yeah. After he retired.
Well, you can't do it while you're fucking playing.
He also chased a man with a bat to collect rent.
Yep.
He's a landlord.
Wow.
Yeah.
How else do you do it?
A gun, a knife.
No.
Call a lawyer.
But when you bring a bat, because a knife and a gun is easy, right? You hold up a knife or a gun to somebody, they'll give you money. A baseball bat is the intention of, you fucked me over so much that I have to bring a baseball bat to your fucking house because something is getting broken.
Yeah.
It's either one of your arms or legs or your entire fucking living room.
I think a gun is too dramatic. Like, it paralyzes the person with fear. And the bat is like, oh shit, I'm going to actually have to fist fight this dude. So it takes you, it's like a middle ground in the fight or flight response, right?
Yeah.
Like, you're still in fight with the bat thing, which kind of heightens your level of fear a little bit. Like, you can feel more emotion then.
Yeah.
If you're in full flight mode, you just run. You know what I mean? That's what's going to happen if you got a gun. Unless you're, did you see this? Was it Chicago MTA or something? Did you see that MTA officer get pushed down by somebody and then he just casually walked over as the guy was walking down the stairs and just unloaded his gun into him?
Jesus.
That seems like a fucking overreaction.
Yeah.
Hold on.
That's
Let's
crazy.
see where it was.
It is crazy. While you're pulling that up, Bob, somebody else in the chat here is saying, why slap Chris Rock and not punch him?
Because he's a bitch. Will Smith isn't. He's a bitch.
Wrong.
What?
It's the ultimate sign of disrespect.
I
that is-
agree.
It's way more disrespectful than throwing a fucking.
What if
I
he
agree.
What if
I
he
agree.
had pulled a leather glove out of the back of his pocket and slapped him
Oh,
with that?
a driving
that
glove?
would've
If he
been-
pulled out a driving glove, dude, that would have been awesome.
Then it's like you have to choose weapons, and it's noon, which is hot as fuck outside. I mean, I don't want to do all that.
Chris Rock, I challenge you to a duel.
That would
Yeah.
have been way
Oh,
funnier.
dude, yeah. Fucking, they get
crazy.
two Glocks on stage, you know, after the best documentary speech. Well, coming back to the stage, Chris Rock.
I feel like
Yeah.
Will's done quite a bit of shooting movies, and he's done some training with some buddies of mine. You probably don't want to do it that way. I think swords is the way to go.
Swords, because he did train for Ali
Or
Yeah.
for months.
like but he did like for Suicide Squad, the first one. He trained at Homeboy's place with Tyler and all those guys.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah, Tyler
Shit.
trained him how to shoot.
No shit. Okay.
Yeah,
So,
so-
he's probably pretty fucking
Yeah.
good.
I think I saw somebody posted this on Twitter. The only reasonable response is for Chris Rock to do an hour-long special
Oh, yeah.
that's only about Will Smith and
And
his
he
family.
might. So he's
And
going
just
on tour.
light them up the whole time.
He's going on tour
Like-
this summer with Kevin Hart. It's the two of them. And the tour is called Headliners Only. And dude, the only intention there is probably to shoot a special at
Yeah.
that point. I bet there's going to be a good 15 minutes out of that hour about this Will Smith thing.
This is a really interesting scenario because it's two parties that have nothing to lose necessarily. Like, they have a lot to lose technically, but it's like Ricky Gervais. Like, they're both so rich,
Yeah.
you can't take shit from me now. Like, I'll do whatever the fuck I want. Neither one of these dudes are cash poor.
Also,
I
it's
mean-
crazy that he's going on tour with Kevin Hart, who got canceled right before
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
was supposed to host the Oscars. And now he's going to be like, let's go after the Oscars.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So they're going to
definitely,
write
yeah.
like 15, 20, like you said, about the Oscars. And they're just going to, I think they could cause it to go fucking become nothing next year, where they're just like, it's a useless award show. It's pointless. Like, they're going to make some facts to ruin this Hollywood shit show.
Yeah, and truthfully, somebody had pitched that it should just be on Netflix. I agree at this point. All the movies are streaming anyways. Even Best Picture last night is a streaming movie.
Yeah.
This should be a streaming award show where it's like, hey, here's where all these movies live. Here's the Oscars. And if you want to see the winners, great. Just click over after this and then watch the fucking movies.
Yeah.
Because national TV anymore, if it weren't for that slap last night, none of us would be talking about the fucking Oscars.
And it's a big problem for them too. Yeah, they get the swell from walk by traffic, but it is one of the only venues of publication now where you're literally required to tell people how many people watched. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yep.
Like, Netflix can hide that shit. That's why they get so mad when people release their fucking internal data.
Yeah.
But broadcast television cannot hide how many people watched.
Yeah.
No.
Because of the open advertising data, right?
Correct. Yep.
So it's going to be embarrassing for them in a number of ways. CNN had an article this morning that said that the Academy members had a meeting this morning about whether or not to take his Oscar away and kick him out of the fucking whatever.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you think would happen with that?
Nothing.
I don't
Everybody
I
would
don't
just,
either.
If
Yeah.
they did it, everybody would call them racist.
I just
So-
think they should have had Zelensky there. He would have stopped it all.
Oh yeah. Just give him
Zelensky would have stopped.
give him some more weapons and a green T-shirt.
Did you watch the fucking Sean Penn thing with Jim Acosta?
Where he said, "I'm
on
going to
CNN?
smelt my Oscar."
Smelt my Oscar.
Yeah.
If they don't give Zelensky a chance to speak at the Oscars, why?
Why?
Was he in Coda? Like, was he in Belfast and I just didn't see his performance?
He was actually in Dune. He's Timothy Chalamet. Is actually Zelensky.
I've seen that 3 times.
Dune is great.
It's one of the.
Also, how
of
did
the
it
last,
not win
like,
Best Picture?
I don't
It won
know.
Best Editing, Best Cinematography, Best Everything.
They're making another one, by the way.
Yeah, there's several more coming.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah, it ended right in the middle of the movie.
yeah,
Yeah,
it did.
It was like, it just.
My one part about that movie, my one flaw, I love the movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great sci-fi movie. But did we need 9 shots where it's like 6 minutes of a spaceship just taking off?
Look, they were very proud of the fucking CGI work, and with good reason. That would look great, but I think maybe
At one point, I
and
yelled.
cut it in
At one
half.
point, I yelled. I go, yeah, it's going up.
yeah,
It's just let it go up in space.
I think more of the worm.
The
but
worm was
we're
great.
probably going to see that more in the second
yeah.
film because it's going to become a big issue with that. But
I think when you spend that much money on it,
Yeah.
I think it's because the studio's got the last cut on that.
Yeah, it's a
There's
pride of
maybe
authorship
2
thing.
directors that have final cut anymore.
Mm-hmm.
That I think they looked at that footage and they were like, God damn it, that cost us so much money.
But I don't know how
Let's
it
just leave
didn't-
it. Let's just leave it.
I don't know how it didn't win Best Picture. I mean, Chalamet's fucking great.
Yeah. That's the movie where he won me over. I
Yeah.
never really liked Chalamet, and then I watched that movie. I was like, oh, he can
I'd
actually.
fuck him.
He
Yeah,
is,
yeah.
No, like he is an outstanding actor. And then fucking Oscar Isaac obviously is great.
And
And
there's,
the whole cast is good.
Skarsgård, he's always amazing.
Yeah,
as the villain.
Skarsgård's great.
Yeah.
He's going to be in the second one as the villain
yeah.
as well. Who else is in there? Momoa was really good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fucking
Bardem.
Javier
Bardem,
Bardem.
yeah.
The guy from Dead. Oh my God.
There's
Josh
a million
Brolin
people in it. Yeah,
is
Brolin
in it.
Beater is in it. Yeah.
I don't remember the woman that played his mom. I can't remember her name, but she was fucking really good too.
Mm-hmm.
Great movie.
Also, I think the Oscars, just going back why the Oscars is dying, I think it's dying because now we have like podcasts and, like you said, streaming services where people are like, no, I just like my show. I don't give a shit what Hollywood thinks of my show. And then I'm a film major. I went to film school. And I think where they fucked up is they took out film editing and composer, best composer.
Yep.
And as a film nerd, those
aren't categories in the Oscars?
They're
anymore?
still categories, but they don't shoot it live.
Oh, it's not on TV, yeah.
It's pre-recorded.
And this was the first year they did it. So they took 8 categories and then they pre-shot them and then inserted them in. But they were heavily edited, and they gave those people no more than 20 seconds to talk.
And I think as a film lover, those were like in college, I remember those were the categories where we would be proud of, oh, I got the best editor,
Yeah.
right? Because you're like, oh, these are what make movies great, are the score and the editing.
Mm-hmm.
Tarantino movies wouldn't be shit without his editor.
Right.
He
No,
literally
it
gives
would-
his editor credit for his career.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I mean, Keanu Reeves gave, for Matrix 2 and 3, he gave $86 million to the fucking editing crew. Like, all of his back-end revenue went to them.
Editing and stunt crew, yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. Peter's asking when are we going to get Angry Cops on the show? Have we had Angry Cops on the show?
Not on the show, but he's actually scheduled for a couple of weeks from now, I think. And EC Rustic is in the chat, I think. You want to show him that fucking
Oh,
what
yeah,
thing?
yeah. Dude, shout out to EC Rustic.
It's American Rustic Works, I think is the name of the company.
Boom. Yeah, American Rustic Works. We got it. I got a dope-ass cutting board today here.
Damn, this thing is flying. I can't keep up with these.
That's nice. I feel
The
like
chat's
cheeses.
moving too fast.
It says Ross and Jesse cut some shit on here. Matt from American Rustic Works. Shout out to fucking Matt, dude. This is dope as shit. Jesse will.
Put some
Slice something up
cheeses,
tonight.
some meats. For you, it's probably going to be hot dog and craft singles.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
either way,
I'm classy though.
Yeah.
That's how classy I am.
there's a place in Oakland, Homeroom is the name of it, and they only have macaroni and cheese, but they've got every type of shell, every type of cheese, and every type of topping that you like: peas, hot dogs, bacon, whatever the fuck that you do.
Yeah.
But it's only macaroni and cheese, and they've had to build like multiple extra locations because people they get so nostalgic about macaroni and cheese.
Who doesn't?
I don't.
I love a good mac and cheese.
No,
Mac
that's
and cheese is
fucking
perfect.
It's
Yeah.
fucking no. It's for poor people.
No. Have you ever had it at a rich restaurant?
Yeah.
God damn it. It
I
tastes
just
better.
discussed that.
It tastes better, dude.
I like it with Gruyere and bacon.
Okay.
right?
So you do like mac and
Yeah,
cheese.
you like mac and cheese.
That's like saying, oh, well, I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
I do. I like it when it's good, but I'm not eating Kraft mac and cheese out
Why
of a fucking
not?
box.
It's amazing.
Powdered cheese does not come in powder.
It can when you mix it with milk.
No.
box
It's
of
delightful.
Kraft.
It's the best.
My kids eat that shit all the time.
Yeah.
It's the best.
No, it just fucking.
The sound when you're mixing it, that like
Steve
weird,
Byrne does a
it's
whole thing on that. I
yeah,
can't deal
it's
with
a
it.
whole event,
No,
man.
I'll eat the shells raw and then snort the fucking cheese. Otherwise, I'm not getting involved in that shit.
Georgie is so high back there. Like, that's all you're thinking about now is that mac and
Yeah,
cheese.
you've gone
going
from a
down.
normal face to butthole eyes in the last hour and a half.
Oof. That's the only way the Oscars could have been better last night, dude. If Skeet Davidson would have shown up with Kanye, that would have been great.
My idol.
Nobody wants to see
Skeet.
that guy.
Skeet, dude. How high are you, Giorgio, right now? Because I saw you burning one right before we walked in. And I enjoy it because I love the smell of it.
Proper. Proper 12. Really wanting some truffle mac.
Yeah.
Sure. No, I hear you, and I understand you.
Maybe a little Wagyu on top of that, too.
Of course, we'll do it. We'll do all the things if you want.
What he's saying is he's not that high because we have a bunch of shitty macaroni and cheese in the kitchen right now.
Okay.
So he's not that high because he'd be eating that if he was really high.
All right.
That's true.
All right.
You're a fucking liar.
Real quick, we got some sponsors who pay for the shit wagon
Yeah,
to be on the air. So
course.
if you'll indulge us, we would appreciate it. First and foremost, ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros. It's March Madness, kids. And their March Madness deal is epic. 2 free pillows with a mattress. That deal's going on until the end of March. I think it's 31 days in March, right? So we got, what, 4 more? 31 days in March?
Yeah.
So you got 3.5 days to go and get that deal. Best in the biz. Also, they get 40% off the bundle package. That's the adjustable base and the mattress combined. You get 40% off. But if you just want 30% off everything in the entire store, enter the promo code Drinkin Bros at checkout. Get that weighted blanket. You can get the sheets. Sheets are amazing as well, dude. And I love the goddamn pillows. So if you just want to get pillows, that's great. As always, for 2022, they get a 60-month pay-as-you-go program. No interest at ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros. So all the deals that I just mentioned can be combined into that, and you can walk out of there with a brand new mattress set for about $25 a month. Go to ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros today. Next up, we got hardafseltzer.com. Whew, D'Anthony. Got off the flight last night, went home to meet the wife. She had some food for the Oscars and started popping open those things.
Yeah.
End of the show, I don't remember it all.
Yeah. Fucking me and Brittany and Joel went out with Dion on the boat this weekend, and it was rough.
Yeah.
What was the reaction from normal people having like 8% 8% seltzers that hadn't had them before? Like that?
Phone numbers of people who know a guy who's a distributor. Like, oh, you got to get this into the stores here.
Yeah.
And then, things like that. And then people blacking out and shit,
One
One woman said that she didn't drink water because it made her sweat.
Sure.
So that's a fever dream.
That's a
situation.
fucking.
You can't say shit like
That's
that.
a
around
fever
me.
dream.
Yeah.
You guys are gonna ruin like white women in college because they're drinking like the 2.5% seltzers.
Oh, yeah.
They're gonna be like, we want to try one of these hard as fuck seltzers, and they're gonna have half of one, and they're just gonna die. Like they're
Wrecked.
gonna just be wrecked.
Wrecked. And the thing is like the taste is so good, so you don't notice it.
Yeah.
It's not like a Four Loko or something where you're like, oh shit, it tastes great, and so afterwards it just sneaks up on you at the end of the night, and then it's just like, hey, by the way, you're super fucked up.
Yeah.
I love
super
that.
fucked up.
I love that.
Go to hardafseltzer.com, order your case today. We're only shipping them in cases. We ship to 42 states, and it'll be at your house in 5 business days. Last but not least, drinkinbros.com/store. We're all merched up today on set. Those are my favorite hoodies ever. Brittany was asking me if I like those hoodies. Yes, those are the best ones we've ever made. I don't know who's the company that makes those.
I don't fucking know.
You don't know?
Probably tiny Chinese hands. I don't know.
Thank God, dude.
No, I think they're made in Cambodia, actually.
Are they really?
Yeah, I think so.
Good for them. Whatever they're doing it correctly. Those blacked out Drinkin' Bros hoodies are fucking dope as shit. I've got the defund politician shirt on today. The store is stocked up. Go to drinkinbros.com/store. Get yourself a bro box. Support the show. We greatly appreciate it.
We've got monkey co-op shirts now.
That's right.
I have this dream for a monkey co-op, right? So I want to have a monkey, but I don't want, I'm not stupid, so I understand that somebody has to tend to this thing 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
So I figure if a couple of us get together, we could afford to buy the monkey, which, by the way, in Texas is pretty cheap. It's like $5,000 to $8,000 for one of these little bastards, and then pay somebody $100,000 a year. And the way I had it figured out, I think it was like 10 people would come out to like $300 or $400 a month, and then you have access to a monkey all the time.
So you just want to be an abandoned father to a monkey?
No, but it's got a regular caretaker. I'm just like an uncle.
Okay.
Yeah.
A weird
that's
uncle.
cool. Yeah,
A weird
that's
uncle that does weird shit, but not to the monkey.
You want to molest a monkey?
No, he's not going to fuck the monkey.
No, but I might.
Oh, okay.
He wants to
Okay.
timeshare the monkey.
He wants the timeshare.
It's
Timeshare a monkey?
it's basically like a timeshare, except for I think timeshare just has negative connotation to it
Yeah.
because it is a scam. This
Sure.
is not a scam. I do get to see the monkey whenever the fuck I want.
Okay.
Yeah. He gets to
What
see
kind of
everyone.
monkey? What kind of monkey?
I don't know, one of those little ones.
Okay, like
Yeah.
okay.
Probably from Africa, probably.
All right.
You know?
Oh, well, I don't know. I don't know where they're from. I don't care.
My guess isn't Africa's the only place you can get them, right?
Are there not monkeys in South America?
I don't think you. Actually, yeah, you might be correct. Can you, Giorgio? Do you know that one?
He doesn't
Yes,
know
there's
anything.
monkeys all over. There's monkeys in South America. There's
No, I
monkeys in
understand that, but
Asia,
do
there's
they
monkeys
sell
in
them?
Africa.
Do they sell them? Like I know in Africa you can buy one.
Yeah, all the
Oh,
monkeys.
you can buy them in Texas really easily.
Okay.
Like this is actually the best state in the country to live in if you want to buy exotic animals.
Yeah, there
No
are more.
shit.
There are more tigers in the free here in Texas than there are anywhere else in the world.
Shit.
There's
Yeah,
free
yeah.
tigers in Texas?
No, free. I mean, just like living in nature. Because
In Texas?
Yeah, because if you think people like raise tigers, like maybe they get arrested, they just set them free.
Most people
Yeah.
who raise tigers do and eventually get arrested.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Tiger
crazy
King.
shit.
Oh, yeah,
Like
yeah.
Tiger
Everybody
King.
involved
So if
in
the
that.
zoo closes, they just release them into the wild. So there are more tigers in the wild in Texas.
Oh
There's
yeah,
an
in Houston.
epidemic of
One in
wild tigers in Texas is what you're telling me that none of us
Look
are
it
aware
up.
of.
Look it up.
Oh,
This
look,
is the flushing the alligator of tigers.
Thank
look-
God I
look
wasn't
at-
late today. At the 7-Eleven, there was a tiger fucking trying to get in my car. and
Yeah,
I was
there-
like, no tiger, no free rides.
No, that's
dude.
true. There's more tigers in captivity in Louisiana and Texas than there is in the wild.
that is true.
That's true.
That's 100% true. By the way, breaking news: Chris Rock declined to press assault charges. So he was asked if he wanted to fucking press charges.
move.
What a pussy.
No,
No,
good move.
I say good move. Don't do that.
No, he should have sued him. Like,
Well-
press charges and then have an out-of-court settlement, but make it something super embarrassing for Will.
God, he's gonna get so
Like,
much money though on tour.
Will, you've got to stop letting dudes fuck your wife.
I think he
No,
just
no.
might say that in the special.
Yeah, you
Don't
can't
settle. Take it into court and make it literal public record that Will Smith's wife gets drilled by other guys.
Yeah.
Well, they did that already. Remember that thing, Will?
Yeah.
And what was it? She's got like the red table or
Red Door.
That's the red door.
Yes.
Wait, is it red door?
I think it's red table.
I think it's red table. I think it's red table. Whatever it is.
No way we can-
They already had that conversation on there, but like they've had an open relationship for years. Chris Rock knows more about it than probably anyone. If somebody's going to go scorched earth on it, it's going to be him this summer on tour. And Jesus Christ, the tickets probably just shot through the roof.
I
now for him.
don't think he will.
You can't sue a guy and then do a bit about it. Because then it becomes legal, and then your lawyer says, oh, you can't talk about it until the court case. So I think Chris Rock made the great move where he's like, okay, I won't press charges, but I'm going to go to the Comedy Cellar and the Comedy Store this week, and we're working on, like you said, a 15-minute chunk.
But only if he does that. Like, I don't know why. I just feel like he's not going to go
He's
after
gonna
him
do
really
it.
hard.
I think he's going to do it.
I hope he does. I mean, everybody's already lost pretty much all the respect they had for Will Smith now, which is
Oh, yeah.
And I wouldn't want to lose respect for another person.
Yeah.
Allegedly, there is footage, though. There's a moment Chris Rock tried to make peace with Will Smith, captured off screen during the commercial break for this. They didn't show any of that, and they didn't say anything. The only thing that was odd to me was when Will Smith won Best Actor a few minutes later. There was title cards throughout it, and it looked like either they had edited part of his speech or they had just colossally fucked up, but it was an Academy Award title card up for like...
I think it was his PR people trying to get him off stage. And like the Oscars being like, no, we're keeping everything on. I think they were trying to cut to like commercial or something. Because that speech was crazy. That speech was like nonsense. I've been trying to fight for my life, for my family. It was just
Yeah,
crazy.
it's a little R.
It was
Kelly-esque,
literally,
huh?
it was like really, it was Kanye Taylor Swift moment.
R. Kelly,
and they
yeah.
were trying to cut
Oh,
it
yeah, I
off
see
and
that.
be like, bro, just shut up. The Oscars like, no. people are wanting to watch this. So
Smacking the light out of somebody's hand in the back of the room.
Bob, go to the Daily Mail and pull up this picture. That's where this is. And it looks like he's appearing to apologize to Will Smith. And then it looks like Denzel Washington is in between them during the commercial break. Fucking Denzel, dude, wouldn't put up with that shit.
No, he would definitely not let a man slap him in the face. Although, I mean, you know, I feel like if it were a different...
Scroll down, Bob.
A lot of people had tried to make the point, like, would you let somebody talk shit to your wife? Like, if we were both in the entertainment industry and they were making a joke at a fucking comedy show, then yeah. As a matter of fact, I was at a show with, what's his name? Fuck. The guy that I told you I wanted to get on the show. I don't remember his name. Anyways, he just, like, laid into Britney at the show we were at for Jonathan Kite, where he was just talking about people committing suicide and shit the whole time, like telling everybody to kill themselves. It was funny. Yeah. And that joke that Chris Rock told, sorry, it was fucking funny.
Yeah.
That's the funniest joke I've heard from him in a long-ass time.
Also, I would not be married to a woman that can't take a joke.
No,
that's my
tough,
thing.
man.
That's my thing.
You can't work in that industry and be like that, especially not sit up in the fucking front row.
Yeah.
Put that picture up on screen, Bob. There it is. So, I mean, clearly he's you know, trying to say something to Will Smith there to apologize, although he really had nothing to apologize for, in my opinion. But is that Denzel Washington, Bob? Am I correct there? No? Oh, it is. Okay.
No,
I couldn't hear it. There's no mic.
It looks like Elon Musk in the
I
middle.
get where Chris Rock is coming from, man. As a comic, when you make a joke, your first priority is to get the audience to laugh. And yeah, if someone comes back and they're offended, I have the idea like, fuck you, it's a joke. But also it's like, you do feel a little bad that they got hurt by a joke. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, all you want is people to laugh at your jokes. So yeah, I get Chris Rock being like, hey, Will, man, you know I wasn't attacking you. You know,
But he
this
does
wasn't
know
me.
that. Everybody knows that because the point of comedy is to disarm the trauma. That's the reason it fucking exists.
Yeah, but now...
Has there ever been a time where you thought you took it too far on stage?
No. No, if I ever really go hard on an audience member, I make sure that the entire crowd already hates them. So, like, if a heckler's going off, I let them get 2 or 3 shots in and just, like, let them get annoying. I'll be like, hey, just be quiet, you silly goose. And then if they keep going, I will go off.
Okay. You ever
Like-
been reprimanded by a club owner or anything? Or another comedian?
Not really, no. Because I think I've seen where the comedian goes way too far, where like someone says something because they're paying their check, and then the comic's like, shut the fuck up, you fat bitch. It's like, dude,
Yeah.
you're just being a dick.
Yeah.
That person wasn't ruining the show. That person was just asking the waiter for another hard as fuck seltzer.
Yeah.
And but like I've had it where like a heckler was saying, oh, you're not funny, da da da, and I'm having a good set, and I literally looked at her and I go, how about we let the audience decide? And if they think I'm bad, I'll get off early. And if you're wrong, you have to fucking leave. So I go, who here thinks I'm not funny? And it was dead silent. And I looked at her. I'm like, bitch, it doesn't look good for you. And then I go, who thinks this bitch is wrong? And the crowd loses it. And I'm like, bye, bitch. And then she left.
Really?
Like-
She got up and left?
Yeah, the
that's
security
funny.
took her out. Yeah. Because I was like, we made a deal.
Adam Ray's really good at that too. He's very patient,
Yeah.
but once you fucking cross the line, he's just like, look, I gave you a bunch of opportunities to not be a cunt, and now I'm going to let your ass up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he literally says that out loud. He's like, look, I gave you a bunch of opportunities to shut the fuck up,
Yeah.
and now we're going to get personal.
Yeah, that's my kind of comedy.
Well,
It's
you
like,
have to do
I want
that.
everybody to be happy. Like I talk like about 9/11 and stuff, but like I try to write angles where it's like I don't want people to get mad. There's some comics that love making people upset, and my thing is like I want people to all come together and laugh, especially after the fucking 7-8 years we've had,
Yeah.
where everybody just hates each other and everybody like just no. I want people to come together. I want people to just laugh. Like one of my favorite moments, I had Trump supporters next to a group of black guys, and literally I was just roasting both of them. And like literally at one point, the 2 guys got up and hugged each other. And I was like, this is awesome.
How do you know that black dudes weren't Trump supporters?
Yeah.
I asked them.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. And then he started roasting them, and then they started roasting Hillary. It was like this back and forth. It was like this really fun, just back and forth and just bringing people together. I'm like, this is what the country's about.
Yeah, I don't understand people that root for politicians. That's like cheering for the ref.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Nobody does that.
Yeah.
What he's like, good strike call, ref. Thanks for taking more of my fucking money and sending it to a cause and place that I find morally reprehensible.
That's where we're at, though. That's where we're at, though, today.
Fuck.
Yeah, this fucking thing, dude. It's dominating everywhere.
It's crazy.
The other thing, too, is they're like, did this change his career? In my opinion, yeah, dude. I don't think anybody's got the same, will look at Will Smith the same ever again after this.
I wish Ted Cruz would have done this to Trump.
People like
when Trump called his wife an ugly dog, that would have been great if he slapped Trump and he goes, "Keep my wife's name out of your fucking mouth,
dude."
But he would have said it in broken Spanish because he doesn't actually know Spanish. And what does Trump's hair look like when he gets slapped?
Oh, great.
It's got to be like a fucking modern mystery.
It'll go everywhere.
I don't understand the physics behind his hair.
So it's all real. I've met him a couple times in real life. His hair is all real, but the way that it's done up is a mystery where you're like,
it's like
holy
a fucking
shit.
cotton candy machine.
Yeah, there was he did Fallon, exactly. He did Fallon one night, and Fallon was like, "Can I touch your hair?" And I was like, "Oh shit, I wonder what the end result here is going to be." And Trump said yes, and you got to see what it was.
Do you remember
like.
how in 2014 and every year before that, everybody on Earth loved Donald Trump?
Yep. Yeah.
Until,
Dude, I used to
until
watch.
he got into politics, and then people didn't like him anymore. He didn't change. Nothing he did changed. He just like, now you're in politics and you're a piece of shit now.
Celebrity Apprentice was my shit every Sunday night.
Yeah.
Like,
it's true.
It's fucking
it was
funny.
the best show.
It's funny just watching a dude. It's like watching the mom from Arrested Development just be a cunt all the time.
Oh, yeah.
It's entertaining to watch that. And to
Sure.
be honest, kind of rather have a cunt than a pussy.
Well, it's like watching Gordon Ramsay. Like that's why you watch it, even though he calls everybody a fucking asshole.
Yeah, but you got to have the redeeming moment. Like Gordon Ramsay has the redeeming moment, the quiet talk in the hallway away from after he's embarrassed you publicly, he takes you aside and like, hey, I didn't mean that.
Yeah.
You're going to do great.
You're going to do great.
Trump never had his redeeming moment.
Yeah.
On The Apprentice?
No, anywhere
Just
in life.
anyway. Yeah, Trump's always just been like.
Yeah, he's just a cunt 24 hours a day, but
Yeah.
that's who he is.
That's
so.
and that's the only way you get to that level of power, I think.
At least he was open about being a cunt. I mean,
Yeah.
you can't really judge Biden because he doesn't know where he is, but everybody else, it's like the thing that made everybody so mad about Trump is that he did all the cunty shit in public that everybody else was doing in private. Like, hey, man, whoa, you can't just say that out loud. It's like, wow, you guys just said it to me right there. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
What are you going to do?
He has no, he's got, for somebody that had such good media skills, not a whole lot of like self-awareness in the media. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that was weird. How good he was at manipulating the media in a lot of ways, like baiting them into fights and stuff. But he didn't know where the line was to just like, all right, I won. Now I'm going to shut the fuck up.
I think it's because he got to the point where he's like, I can say anything and my followers are going to be with me.
He did say that.
So
he said he could
just-
shoot somebody on Fifth Avenue
Yeah, and
and
no
not
one-
lose a single vote.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is definitely true.
So I think he said, fuck it. I'm going to just go as extreme and see how far I can take it.
I want a president that just says, fuck, at every single public address.
Yeah.
Like these motherfucking Russians, fuck these bitches. Hey, Zelensky, fuck you too, bitch. You know what I mean? Why
So
not?
you want drunk uncle
Yes.
to be the president?
Yes. I think there is, in all seriousness, you got to be a little bit of a cunt in a leadership position,
Yeah.
just the way it is.
Yes. I don't know any nice guy who's been the president of anything, any
No,
CEO,
like-
a country, anything.
Jimmy Carter is the worst president of our lifetime, for sure. Well, not of mine, because I wasn't born yet, but
Yeah.
you're old as shit. So
No, I wasn't born either.
Yeah.
I wasn't born until Clinton.
1940,
Yeah,
I think
Clinton.
is when you were born.
Bill Clinton was when I was a baby. I think it was his inauguration.
But yeah, but think about Bush, too. Like George W. Bush. He was a fucking affable retard. You know what I mean? And just got led around by his fucking curiosity and ambition by fucking Dick Cheney the whole time. Strength is good in a leadership position, right? But if your strength is in reaction to your insecurity, which in a lot of ways Trump's was, that becomes a problem as well. It always manifests itself in some way. Biden has no idea where he is.
Yeah.
No.
I'm convinced that dude is out to lunch. Like, he just keeps saying stupid shit. The fuck are you doing, dude? Like, oh, we got to do... Like, he didn't say the phrase regime change, but he did say we have... Like, for God's sake, this man can't continue to lead the country.
Yeah.
Russia, you can't fucking say shit like that, man.
I also heard behind the scenes Obama was pretty cutthroat. You might not agree with him politically, but to get to that position,
Yeah.
I heard he was a fucking cutthroat bastard as well.
He also stood his ground. Where Obama,
Well,
you felt like...
not really.
No, but I mean, like when
his signature piece of legislation was the Affordable Care Act.
Yeah.
And when all the religious groups came after it to get preventative women's health care added to the Affordable Care Act, he caved immediately on that. Immediately. But
I'm saying like in a more national, like televised.
Oh yeah, he wasn't a pussy.
He was very stern, very.
Yeah.
So I think he had
present, fatherly.
Yeah,
not
present.
like Biden's the angry old uncle.
Yeah, I
that's
think
like out.
Obama is a great orator for sure.
Yeah.
I think if Trump just had a little bit of empathy, I think he would have won.
Or some self-control.
Self-control and a little bit of empathy. Like at certain moments.
He needed that redeeming
You didn't have to
moment,
make it about you. He always made it about himself.
I guess there was one when Ruth Bader Ginsburg died, and he like had a genuine reaction, like, "Oh fuck, that sucks."
Yeah.
That was the only one that I can remember for his whole presidency. Like you can say some of the stuff that he did around the troops, and they were big fans of him and shit, but they're always gonna like the Republican.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It doesn't make any sense. Like most wars are started by Democrats over the last 150 years, give or take. We haven't existed too long, but every single war in the 20th century was it came to be when a Democrat was in office. So I don't know why. I don't know from that. I guess because
I think because Republicans are rah-rah. It's like that.
Yeah, maybe.
It's that phony baloney, like, support our troops.
Yeah.
But we're also not going to send any of our kids and family over there.
Yeah.
It's like, I think it's just, they just
yeah.
yell. It's like they're the fan section at a sports game. They're the fan section.
Yeah, it's probably part. It's got to be a big part of it.
Yeah.
For sure. It's stupid.
Yeah, it's dumb. Are you a sports guy, though?
Oh, yeah.
They just announced Hard Knocks here. I don't understand.
Who's the team?
The Lions.
It's the fucking Detroit Lions?
I was looking through. We were talking about this actually.
Who's the guy?
Earlier.
Who's the guy that you're super amped to follow
Are you
around
kidding
the
me?
Lions?
No,
Dan
it's
fucking Campbell?
I-
A leader of men.
Yeah.
A leader of men.
you almost got
Ross.
fired or shot.
What?
I don't know which.
Hang on. What player, though, on the Lions is exciting?
Barry Sanders.
They might get
He
that
was
one.
30 years ago, but current playing player. I don't even know, like, Jared Goff is their quarterback.
Hollywood.
I don't know anybody who's their wide receivers or who are the running backs. Is Kerryon Johnson still there?
Barry Sanders.
Barry Sanders.
Yeah, besides Barry Sanders.
But they've
30
never
years ago.
they've never used a shitty ass team like this.
No.
So it's usually a team on the come up or in turmoil, one of those two things, but
Yep.
never just a team that sucks.
Are you saying the Lions are not on the come up?
I am saying that.
No, they're nowhere near
Yes.
the come up, dude.
They'll never be.
You guys have no faith in Dan
The
Campbell?
last couple of
Sad.
years, so last year it was the Cowboys and Colts, and the Colts had a top 5 defense, and if fucking brittle bones and McFucking Glassjaw could stay on the field, they probably would have had a good season.
Yeah.
And the Cowboys obviously underperform every year, but they had a lot of talent.
Yeah, we do.
Before that, Rams and Chargers in 2020, Raiders in 2019, and that's the year Gruden came back. All of these are compelling stories to some degree or another. The Browns before that with Baker, right? So why the fucking Lions?
Because I think the Lions are going to draft that quarterback. What's his name?
From Liberty?
From Liberty, and I think that could be a good storyline.
It could be. I mean, he's got a fucking hose.
Dude,
That kid could be the next Patrick Mahomes. Like,
Yeah.
I know it's early to say.
Yeah.
But
like,
he's got a
if he-
fucking cannon. He can throw the fuck
And
out of the
also
ball.
the kind of guy he is. You listen to him speak. You listen like how he cheers with his teammates.
Yeah.
Like that's a rah rah quarterback with a rah rah coach. That could be fun.
It could be fun. Do they have the first pick?
They're up there.
No, I think they have second. I think Jacksonville's got first because Detroit actually tied a game.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jacksonville's first. Detroit is second.
And Jacksonville's
Second,
not
okay.
going for a quarterback.
Yeah, they're not. Yeah, they got Trevor
Lawrence.
Lawrence. Yeah,
So-
you're right. If they do that, that would put something interesting there. But the rest of that team is it's really hard to name, to be honest with you.
I'm not sure
Yeah.
they need to take him at 2 though. They should probably trade down to like 12 or something like
Oh,
that.
but his stock is rising.
Exactly. Yeah, and so everybody said, hey, you've got to trade up to 2 or 3 to get him.
Yeah.
I
So-
don't think so.
And watching him at his
Who's got the other picks after them? Who's got the third?
Bob, who do we got
It
there?
doesn't matter. Quarterbacks always get like
the
just
Texans.
launched to
The Texans
top.
could take him.
Yeah.
As it
Texans.
gets closer to the draft.
Jets and the Giants are fifth, and they're kind of out on Jones already.
Do the Texans need a quarterback? Oh, that's right. Deshaun Watson. I'm kidding.
Yeah. What do you guys think about that? The Deshaun Watson situation.
Boy, it's fucking odd, man.
It's weird.
You go to Cleveland, and you didn't want to go there.
Yeah.
But then they offer you an obscene amount of money, and then
He
you're like, I
says-
love Cleveland.
He says that he didn't know about that offer until after he had made his decision. Now that I believe that as much as all the other things he said.
Yeah,
to be
which is
honest.
none. I believe nothing out of his
What's
mouth.
the other team that was fighting for him?
Atlanta and
The Saints and Carolina.
Honestly, it makes sense though. Cleveland does have a stacked roster. They still have.
Yeah, they need a
Totally.
They need a win now quarterback for sure.
Yep. And they got it. And if they can,
Well,
there's
maybe.
a bunch of great receivers in this draft. So if they can get him like Chris Olave, fucking A, dude. It would be off to the races.
You watch Baker, how once Odell left and everybody thought Odell was washed up, he goes to the Rams to a great organization, and then he scores a touchdown in the Super Bowl that changed the game.
Who says he doesn't come back to the Browns?
I don't. Ooh, with Deshaun?
With Deshaun Watson.
I don't know though if there was too much drama between him and the front office because he did the same thing on the way out of New York too.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's possible. I think he's going to go back to the Rams, but either way, there's a. Now we got to figure out where Baker's going to go. I mean, he's going to get traded somewhere. They're not keeping him on that
If he
roster.
goes to Atlanta, I end my life.
Oh, no, they got Mariota, but he's probably going to get traded to Seattle or some shit like that, right? Some place that needs a fucking quarterback.
Yeah.
Did you guys hear the story how Urban Myers didn't know who Aaron Donald was?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome.
That guy.
He's a fucking dummy.
He's I love him. I think he's the fucking best. I love Urban Meyer more than life, dude. I love it. I wish all coaches would throw pens, clipboards, all that other shit.
Yeah.
Sit down with his coaching staff and ask them why they're losers in this life.
Yeah.
I'd love shit like that. And I know you can't do it now anymore, but that's the way it used to be, where it was like, hey, dude, I'll let you murder people in your off time.
Yeah.
Like Aaron Hernandez and those guys. I'll cover up for you. The only thing I'm asking you to do is win a fucking natty, dude.
Yeah.
And if you do, congratulations, you can keep fucking murdering people.
Yeah.
That's great.
That shit doesn't work in the NFL.
Yeah, you're
No, not
talking,
in the NFL. You're right.
Because you're talking to grown men, and you can't tell grown men, like, hey, if you're not on this team, you're not going to be able to find a job making more than $12 an hour. Like, that's a little disrespectful. Like,
but I love it.
Yeah,
I love
but he
dark
didn't earn
shit
it.
like
My
that.
thing is, like, he didn't earn it. If Urban Myers came in his first year and the Jaguars won 5, 6, 7, 8 games, and then the year later he started saying shit like that, then you're like, okay, Urban Myers has a little fucking, you know, he's proved himself. Like, he wants to start a winning organization. But you come out, you go Owen, whatever. You can't talk like that. You don't fly back with the team. You know, you cheat on your wife. You can't fuck up that much. You can't kick your kicker.
Is a finger in the ass over the jeans?
Yeah.
Or I think she was wearing jeans. Is a finger in the ass over the jeans cheating on your wife?
I think there's a sliding scale, and on this side it's how much penetration you make, and on this side it's how much it's on national television.
Yeah.
And he was over here somewhere.
Because I bet you she wouldn't give a shit if it wasn't a national news story.
Yeah.
Imagine she has to now go to her country club, and they're like, "Oh, she was really cute. She was really pretty," and she has to listen to these bitches just talk shit to her.
And the girl had like a very porn starish name.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it was like what is it, a city? Was it Dallas? What was her name, Bob? The chick. Because her Instagram blew up after this, and everybody was like, yo, who the fuck is this girl? It's like 23, and she had a very stripperish name. It was great.
I don't remember off the top of my head. I'll look it up.
Yeah, look up her name. It was so good that I was like, no fucking way that's real.
Question: you said you love Urban Myers.
I went to Ohio
Let's say
State.
that was your daughter.
Yeah.
You're watching, you're at home. Would
Her
you be
name
like,
is-
yeah, baby, go get it.
Her name is
Go get that Urban figure.
Her name is Cayman, Nebraska.
That's it.
Cayman, like the island,
that's
Nebraska,
nice.
like the fucking shitty state.
Cayman, Nebraska.
That's not a real name. There's no way it is.
That's what I said when I read
Like,
it.
how big is your dad's hedge fund if your first name is Cayman? How much money are you hiding offshore?
I've never heard of Nebraska as a last name. Ever,
No, I
you
think
know?
that seems like Johnny Utah or some shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It seems fake, the whole thing.
Well, I mean, here's her Instagram. You can see how.
Let's see it. Pop it up.
I think her dad might be in the first photo.
Oh, no. Oh, boy.
I'm sure he's super proud.
God, she is really attractive.
Very
Very attractive.
That mom, though.
Giorgio, that's where
Very,
you're at.
like,
is
southern-
she missing a leg?
Yeah, no,
Or
she's
is she
standing
holding
on
it
one
up?
foot like a stork.
Okay.
She's asleep with her eyes open there.
All right, hey, get through those. Jesus, man.
Well, I didn't know it was going to be there.
Come on,
She's
Bob.
very
You're better
family-
than this. There you go.
She's cute.
Show the other one. Go to the other one. Far right.
Eh,
Boom.
no.
If you're drunk in a bar all day on a Saturday, yes, that's
She also
a fucking
seems
great
fun.
time.
She seems fun.
And she's in a Carhartt
Let's not
hat.
pretend any of us had standards at that age.
You could slice a fucking piece of paper on that beak.
Who cares? Look at that. She likes pizza.
on the
She's having
beach.
fun.
Dude, you better watch your mouth before Urban Myers comes here and slaps the shit out of you.
I will put my gun
better
underneath
watch.
his fucking chin and blow his brains out of the top of his head and fuck the hole. Right? Fuck that guy.
I don't think he's going to be back coaching anytime
How much
soon.
funnier would it have been, though, if he had, like, tried to get rough with one of those NFL players and they just stomped his ass out? That would have been the best thing I've ever seen in my fucking life.
They should have beat the shit out of him.
Hey, you know what almost happened? There was
They should have raped him.
There was an Alabama game. There was a
Like
Bama
American
game.
History X is dragging him into the bathroom. Yeah, you're going to get it now, Garrett.
Yeah. Blah, blah, blah. But there was a Bama game where one of the players came up and shoved Saban during the national championship.
Yeah.
And it looked like he was saying, what the fuck are you going to do?
I think
So
Saban's like the Terminator, though. I wouldn't fuck with that dude too much.
Saban backed away, and the assistant coaches yanked this guy out of the fucking stadium.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. And he was never allowed to play on the program again, but it was in the national championship where you're like,
Damn.
Jesus Christ.
I feel
But
like-
you're right. What the fuck is a coach going to
But
do?
again, Saban has,
I mean, they're all old.
I
Yeah.
feel like Saban has earned the right to be like, hey, dipshit,
But in college,
go out there. Like, if he's
like
being,
Urban Meyer earned that right in college as well. He had a great college career.
Yeah,
right?
but like he didn't do shit
In the NFL.
pros.
But neither did Saban. He had 1 year with Miami. He got fucking destroyed.
Yeah,
in the
but I think
NFL.
you have to earn that. I don't think year one Saban is coming into Alabama and has a stern like Darth Vader. I think,
No, for
you know,
sure.
he wins over the program. And what I hear, he's a great coach to play for. Like, he actually gives
If you like to fucking win,
Yeah, dude.
And like, yeah, he's like,
I mean,
old
there's a
school.
pride. Like we learned that shit from The Last Dance. Not that a lot of people didn't know it already, but the way Jordan describes, you know, his process, and like you can't really argue with the results there.
Yeah.
Nobody, like, you could say, oh, you could have done it without that. Well, nobody fucking did.
Saban,
So shut
Saban
the fuck
also
up.
coached for 2 years with the Dolphins. He actually went 9-7 his first year.
Yeah,
It's
that's
not
right.
bad.
Saban did?
Yeah.
No, it was like,
No shit.
but he was 5-11 the second year.
6-10
6
next
and
year.
10.
But it's also the
It's
Dolphins.
the Dolphins.
The Dolphins, yeah.
That's true. That's big. If you put that on an Asian grading scale, right? If you
Oh,
take
yeah.
it,
On the bell curve?
If that's just a white person doing math, that's actually pretty. That's like 85%.
And the biggest problem was he ended up choosing Dante Culpepper over Drew Brees. You'll remember that.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Fucking A, dude. That worked out great for them. Their organization has still never recovered. Even with the fucking, they just got Tyreek Hill, even with that.
Yeah.
They haven't won the Super Bowl since '72, and they're not going to.
No,
anytime
they're not
soon.
going to. They still
Yeah,
don't
the
have a quarterback.
Cowboys aren't going to win for a long time.
No, and we'll talk about that. We actually have a sports show right after this. You can flop on over to Drinkin' Bro Sports on YouTube. Now is the point in the show. We get to the Drinkin' Bro of the Week, which is someone who has inspired you or helped you become the person you are today. Who would you like to give the Drinkin' Bro of the Week to?
Will Smith.
Someone who's inspired me?
Maybe Will Smith inspired you last night, dude, to go out and slap some people.
Dude, I would say my buddy Lawrence Rosales.
Okay.
He's a Dallas comedian.
What's another Spanish last name?
Yeah.
But Lawrence is not.
No, not at all.
So is he like?
Is he white too?
So
Is he-
he's Hispanic.
He's
Okay.
similarly complected, or
Yeah, he's like, yeah. No, but my buddy Lawrence, when he was the comic I looked up to when I started in Dallas, and I remember I got a hosting set at a club for a sold-out show before I was ready for it, and I bombed my tits off. Like, it was so bad where I was like, okay, just open with your best joke, and it got nothing, and I was like, that was my best joke. And I just bombed for 15 minutes straight, and then afterwards I was like, I think I'm going to quit. And he took me outside and he goes, nah, man, you got to come back next time. Just write better jokes, make it tighter, make it better. And yeah, he's the reason I'm here today. So
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
Cheers. Cheers
Lawrence
to him.
Rosales.
Do you ever do it on purpose? Do you ever just do shitty material on purpose? Like Rocky Dale Davis says he does that every now and again.
Oh, yeah.
He'll just go out and bomb on purpose. Like if the crowd is kind of rowdy, he'll just go out and bomb on purpose to see what happens.
Or if there's not a lot of people there.
Yeah.
Like, I used to do weird shit like that because I just didn't care. I was like, there's 30 people here tonight. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, you just
Fucking
fuck around.
cares.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just talk. Yeah, talk shit.
Yeah.
So
You ever bomb on purpose like that?
yeah, I'll do like weird characters or accents or like yeah. Or I'll just fuck around, read bedtime stories.
Do a bunch of like racist impressions. See what happens.
Yeah.
See if anybody fucking cancels you.
If you can, you just stay up there and never get off.
I knew a comic who he goes, yeah, blackface is fucked up, and then he takes off his shoes on stage and his feet are just black. And he goes, but black feet is pretty cool.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
That's awesome. By the way, your voice sounds like Artie Lang. If they ever
Really?
Yeah.
I get what's his face? Badger from Breaking Bad. Like I've had like
I've
had like 5 or 6 comedy club managers.
He also played one of Dwight Schrute's cousins. I think.
Yeah.
A younger Artie Lang is who I'm going with. When he
thank
dies here in like a year, you're gonna have to do the biopic.
All right, you just have to pay for the cocaine.
for sure. I'm sure there'll be plenty of it.
It's all fentanyl now.
There's no shortage in Hollywood. Thanks for being on the show. Tell everybody where they can find you.
You can look me up at comedian Tony C on Instagram, and I have a podcast with my buddy Sean called The Thoughtless Experiment. It's we're just 2 idiots that are trying to figure out the world.
That's awesome.
So yeah.
And when's your next live set here in Austin?
My next live set is going to be
Or wherever you're gonna be.
April 14th or 15th and 16th. I'm opening up for Trevor Wallace at the Paramount Theater.
Oh shit, that's a big deal.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Yeah, do we have Trevor coming on? Where's Nick? Is he in here?
I think so.
sure
Nick's
he
back
will.
there. Nick, what are you listening to back there? Why? We're
It's
here.
happening.
Here. You're on a 45-second delay. We're here. We're right here. Is Trevor Wallace coming on the show?
We had Brian Long.
I think so. Check the schedule.
Yeah, I'll
check
look.
the schedule.
We'll
You're
figure
gonna
it out.
if he's on, you're gonna have fun with him. He's a great guy.
Yeah, I think he is somewhere towards the end of the month. I want to say that's correct, but Nick does the scheduling, so we'll see.
Okay.
We'll see. But we were amped to have you today.
Thanks for having me.
Weird day, dude. What the fuck?
Good day.
Great day.
Good day.
Good day to
Got
be
some
slapped.
news,
Go out and
yeah.
get fucking slapped
Yeah, go out
today.
there and make fun of someone's wife and get hit.
Why not?
Yeah.
I mean,
not?
at least do like some experiments and see where the line is, because it's not fucking her.
Sure.
You know what I mean? It's the alopecia, I guess, was that. I don't know. See where people,
know.
like with your friends and family, see how much you can insult their loved ones before they actually
They get up and slap you.
before they take action.
Yeah, and that's a
And then
a fun
write
thing
it
to
down.
walk away
As soon
with.
as they're like coming towards you, whoa, I got all the information I need. Thank you. Write it down and walk out. You don't have to actually fight anybody. Just do the work.
Do what's in your heart.
Don't be a lazy cunt.
Do what's in your heart, okay?
Yeah.
Go to iTunes, rate the show a 5-star, and leave a quick review. We're also on Spotify. It's just a 5-star, and you can walk away, throw your phone on the ground after that. It's all the fucking advertisers care about, so we greatly appreciate it. For D'Anthony Holloway, I'm Ross Patterson. This is the Drinkin' Bros podcast. Good night, everyone.